Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. And I know a few of you all are joining us late night as well. It's a pleasure to start off this series with Dr. Bharat. Welcome to Setting a Trend. It'll be a CMT program series where we will get bi-weekly mentoring sessions from charter pending members of ours who are active, who have been helping us build this community to share their entire journey. It's not an easy feat to pass three levels of the CMT program. Um, I myself am going through the program, Bharat, so I will be listening to you very actively, taking insights from you, as I know that many of our participants who have already joined the live stream and watching.
Good to
So
hear that.
let
Yeah.
me, yeah, so let me not waste more time. Let me just hand over the mic over to you. Guys, for all the rest who are watching right now, please hold off your questions, comments till the end. What we will do is we'll have Dr. Bharat join us in the Q&A stage on Discord after the live stream session is over, where you can ask questions one-on-one, get insights, get inputs, and so on. So, Dr. Bharat, over to you.
Thank you, Kezad. Warm welcome to everyone. Thanks CMT Association for giving me this wonderful opportunity to motivate my fellow mates in the CMT program and their journey. And in this webinar, I'm going to share the methodology which I followed to clear all the three exams successfully. Being from a non-finance background, I had to work a bit extra harder. But as we all know that hard work beats talent, I could clear the exams successfully. Currently, I'm working with a wealth management and a hedge fund. With the owner of the hedge fund, I got connected because of my CMT journey. So overall, it's been a beautiful journey with the CMT program as well as in the professional field. Um, I believe that passion for markets and CMT designation is the first thing you need to clear all the three exams successfully. Coming to the presentation, the slide is visible to everyone. Okay. So initially, as I said, passion is something that you need to have for the markets for the CMT designation. I remember when before enrolling for the CMT program, I had written Bharat Tharwani CMT next to my name several times, and I had that dream in my mind. I wanted to go through this designation. The passion kept me going through it. So first thing is the mindset. Before your mindset, consistency, planning, and making your own notes, passion is the first thing that comes. Then is your mindset, having the right mindset, having that positivity that you are going to clear the exams. The positivity will only come when you study, when you give time to this, to give time to the curriculum, when you study for 4 to 5 hours per day. And don't be underprepared. If at any level you are less prepared, if you should study for just 1 or 2 hours per day, if you are not going to the exams with the right mindset, things are going to get difficult. So have the mindset that you are going to clear the exams. Have the positivity with you every day. That will only come when you study and give time to the designation, the curriculum. uh, just don't just limit yourself to clearing the exams. You should also be focused on extracting the maximum out of the curriculum, and that will help you in your overall technical analysis journey. Don't Exams is one part of it, but the curriculum, you should be so thoughtful that that can practically help you in your TA journey. That's the most important part of studying that curriculum. So don't just go there for just scoring marks, clearing the exams. Do something extra. That's how you'll be ahead of other candidates in your journey. Consistency, as I said, every day is important. The day you register for exams, if you have, say, 120 days, 100 days from now, and if you plan to study 4 hours per day, your 400 hours blueprint should be ready well before. And that's the fine level of planning. Like every chapter in the curriculum, you should devote a particular time to that chapter, uh, to your revision schedule. So those minute little things will count. So don't miss even a single day. Study every day. Study passionately every day. That will help you beautifully in your journey. Extreme level planning, as I said, don't underestimate any level. And blueprint for the next 400, 600 hours which you intend to study should be ready beforehand. Um, you should also have adequate time for the revision schedules for your practice exams. If you're taking the prep providers help, you should, your planning schedule should also uh, give your time should be also there for the watching prep providers videos, their notes, their methodology. Next, the fourth is making your own notes by hand. This is a very important step. It first of all enhances your confidence. Other than that, it gives you, it cements the concept permanently in your brain. So making your own notes by hand, read the chapter first of all for any level. See, level 1, level 2, level 3, any level. When you approach the exam, when you approach a single chapter, uh, read the chapter, make your own notes by hand. Then on the second step, read the chapter again. When you have that second reading, you will again have some new concepts to learn. So again, for the second times, make the notes. When you come to the third reading, you don't need to read the book. So 3 readings is something which I suggest to every candidate for any level. That's the minimum for retaining the concept, for retaining the curriculum. First reading will give you 50% retention. The second reading gives you 70% retention, and above 90, you need the third reading. So just remember these four key ingredients: right mindset, consistency, extreme level planning, and making your own notes by hand. This is one of the methodology which I follow. I write the chapter names. I make an Excel sheet, write the chapter names, whatever things I have to achieve, like reading the text, making notes. I also make some colorful charts to have a enhanced visual experience. Then reading prep providers material, solving prep providers questions. So there's a well-planned checklist for everything. So my chapter, until and unless, say, suppose this is system design and testing, the first chapter, I won't consider this chapter finished until all the ticks have been achieved. So this is something that gives me a very planned outline of my entire preparation. So all the chapter names are there. If anyone of you needs this Excel sheet, I can mail it to you. Any of the candidates, I'll be more than happy to help you out, all of you. Uh, as I said, hard work beats talent. It's a famous slide from James Clear book, Atomic Habits. 1% more effort every day will fetch you exponential results. 1.01 raised to the power 365 is 37.8, and just less 1% less efforts per day, you can see that it is 1500 times weaker results that you get. So try to be in this 1% extra per day in your CMT journey. Study 1% extra every day from the day you register for your exams. And that's how you'll make a difference to yourself and the community. Coming to all the levels individually, as I said, go to the text. Text is the primary thing. You read the chapter minimum 2 to 3 times, and that should be all. You take down your own notes, don't rely on others' notes, and you will, the course material is self-guiding. You will have that understanding, what sections you need to focus on, what concepts you need to remember. Only most significant thing is devoting time to it. Having that 4 to 5 hours per day for your uh, reading. Level 1 is the most important thing for building blocks of TA. So all the things which you learn in your level 1 are definitely going to help you in your level 2 and level 3. They are the building blocks. So study level 3 extremely well. Few sections are there which need more attention, like the last 3 sections on behavioral finance, statistics, and technical trading. They are a bit dense, and you will need multiple readings of them to go through. In terms of number of chapters, the level 1 book has the maximum chapters, but then the course material is, pretty much enjoyable. And as I said, your passion, uh, if you are passionate, you love the curriculum, you'll keep developing confidence in your TA journey every day, and you'll thank CMTA every day for bringing this to your life. Revision schedule, as I said, extreme revision schedule is important in any of the levels. Multiple revisions will help you remembering the key concepts, making notes. These are the game changers. And for some key concepts, like some things are very difficult to grasp at the first level, at the first reading. So then you can use some innovative, like I used to do I used to use my mobile phone voice recorder, and I had short voice recordings for a lot of difficult lines, difficult paragraphs, and then I used to listen them over again and again. So once, 10 to 15 times you listen those things, you automatically tend to remember those things. So these are the things you can do differently, what other candidates are not doing. You can do such things, to have an edge over them. You can practice chapter wise questions from the prep providers. There's no mandatory thing like you need to have that coaching or prep providers, but uh, having them eases your TA journey. Like it becomes a smooth process. You have constant mentoring from the prep providers, and all the prep providers out there are doing a great job. And I'm thankful to them also for contributing directly or indirectly in my CMT journey as well. And chapter wise questions, after reading the chapter, making the notes right away for level 1, level 2, you try to do solve the MCQs rather than solving at the end of the entire section or at the end of entire 44 chapters. So doing chapter wise questions, you build your concepts also simultaneously. Another important thing I believe is think like an examiner. Your approach to the exams will change when you think like an examiner. When you are reading your text, think that if you were an examiner, you had to frame the questions for CMT level 1 candidates, what kind of questions you're going to put. So thinking like an examiner changes your approach. Do that in your TH, in your CMT journey. Study to extract the maximum out of your CMT journey, not just for the sake of exams. Try to have the try to read other chapters also from the, like in the CMT program, the level 1, level 2 curriculum, they have chapters from famous authors. So those famous authors, go to their textbooks, read other chapters also to get a continuum of your course material. So if the time permits, you can do this. I did it for myself and I gained out of it. So don't just limit yourself to exams. Do something that's going to help you. Read things which you are going to remember throughout your life, the concepts, the learnings from your CMT program. So this was level 1. Coming specifically to level 2, I believe out of the 3 levels, level 2 is the toughest in terms of the density of material and um, the transit which is there between level 1 and level 2. Level 2 is you need to give more time to the reading. But as I said, most of the text is very enjoyable, especially the candlesticks section, the cycles, the trend systems, oscillators, volume analysis, behavioral finance, statistics. These are the sections you love them. In your entire life, in your entire TA journey, you're going to remember all these things. You get to practically apply all these things on an everyday basis if you are part of trading and investing journey, if you are in the financial markets. The real challenge in CMT level 2 is the way the questions are twisted, not uh, twisted in a way that uh, where more than one option seems correct. And here your real test comes in. So it's not going to be a cakewalk. This global designation will test you in all aspects, in all ways it can. So you have to be prepared for the worst of the questions, not worst in way that the questions are badly framed, but the way they test your concept. So it's twisted in a good way. And reading questions carefully when you are there at the exam center, read the questions very carefully. Most of the times you're nervous, you tend to skip out few words, and that is the key. Like the if you catch hold of the wrong concept and answer the question incorrectly, it can affect your performance in the exam. So read the questions very carefully. Think, give time to your give time in eliminating the wrong ones and finalize the best answer out of the four options which you have. Then, as I said, after you sail through level 2, the real challenge comes in level 3, which is just a interview of your uh, CMT in front of the CMT examiners, but in a virtual format. So it is an entirely different and unique exam. It will test you again based on the concepts. And in terms of learning that it offers is amazing. You have to justify for your answers whatever logic you're using in your TA. You have to let that CMT examiner give you marks, and that give you the right marks. And that can only happen when your concepts are developed very well, when you have studied for your level 1, level 2 pretty well, when you are very thorough with your concepts, when you're very thorough with your learnings, when you're very thorough with your um, process. So level 3, I see it as, how beautifully presenting your learnings to the CMTA. And the examiners out there, all of them are people with CMT designation, and they're already ahead of all of the level level 1, level 2, level 3 candidates. And you have to find out ways to convince them for giving you marks. So this is level 3 in a brief. And typing is again very important. It's a time based exam, so you need to type pretty fast. And that typing fast portion will only come when you have had a good understanding of your material, when you have read well, when you have prepared well. So keep again coming back to those four things: hard work, consistency, making your own notes by hand, and giving time to it in a well planned manner. And there are certain sections in the text which need more attention. The chapter wise section, the section wise breakup is there on the CMT text on the first few pages itself. You have to be street smart. You must know which sections to focus on when you are starting your preparations. Suppose you are appearing in December for any of the levels. Start your preparation from the sections which carry the maximum weightage, and do them first. Focusing initially on the lesser weightage sections won't fetch you good results. So have that well planned thing. Preparing ethics. Ethics is, although 5 to 6% of weightage in any of the sections, but then ethics I feel is an important part. You can prepare ethics very passively. Not, most of the candidates panic just a few days before exam: I haven't studied ethics. So ethics I feel is a very passive thing. You can just solve 10 to 12 questions from ethics per day. That should be good enough, if but provided you are doing that for at least 1 or 2 months. And CFA handbook, the practice of the ethics handbook is the, if you can give time to it on a regular basis, just try to read 15 to 20 minutes per day. And ethics is something, it will be done passively, and ethics is something you need to absorb it every day like a sponge. If you come to ethics just few days before the exam, you will tend to make mistakes. You will tend to score less in ethics. So ethics is something, have a passive thing. Additional resources, as I said, I referred several books other than the CMT texts. These are the list of books which I prepared. The other chapters also from these famous authors: Intermarket Analysis by John Murphy, Intermarket Trading Strategies by Marcos, RSI book by Constance Brown, Ned Davis book, Being Right or Making Money. Few of the chapters in level 1 and level 2 are from Ned Davis book. Candlestick Course by Steve Nielsen. I believe this Candlestick book is one you must go through thoroughly in any of your CMT journey, like level 1, level 2, level 3. This book you must have with you. The specific chapter on progressive charting by Steve Nelson, it's an everyday thing. You need to apply those things every day in your TA journey. So this book you must have, although most of the chapters from this book are already there on in the CMT text at various levels, but you must have a personalized copy of this book as well. Other than that, I also referred textbook, the book on TA by Martin Pring and David Aronson. And what I do that since most of the chapters are taken in the middle from these authors, so just to get a continuum of the course material, I also refer other chapters from these books. So that you must do if you can devote good amount of time. If you have 2 months before the exam, and if you are just not reading the text and reading other things, that is not the way to do it. But if you are well planned, if you are going to give, if your blueprint for next 600 hours is ready, so then you can devote time to these things. So just in a nutshell, if I summarize my preparation in terms of keywords, what things I did to get the good results in my CMT journey, these are the points. Extreme revision schedule. As I said, you must have at least 2 to 3 readings. You must have that time for revision schedule as well. Next level planning, again, plan it well. Category breakdown, you take a print out of it, stick on the book cover page. You must know the category breakdown every time you refer the text. Flowchart methodology is one of the method when you take down your own notes. Most of the content is very dry and tough also at times, so the flowchart methodology will um simplify things for you. Other than that, I also made colorful notes, like just to enhance a visual experience. I used to have a A4 sheet in which I used to write the key concepts in different color pens, and just in my revision, I used to refer to those color sheets, and that's again a wonderful way of remembering things. Thinking like an examiner, already mentioned. Where pass it if it is difficult and come back later. This specifically applies to that when you are appearing when you are at the exam center, when you're solving the questions. If some questions are going to take more time, just skip them, do something which you can easily get through, and then you always have the option to flag the questions. You can come back to them later. Networking and mentorship, the most important part of it. And during my all the 3 levels, I am very thankful. I was connected to a lot of good CMT people, few of the charter holders who served as good mentors throughout my journey. And at times, simple I remember during my level 3, I was little tense about my preparation. So I met one of the charter holder, and I told him, I'm not very confident, I'm going to clear or not. And then he said, you have cleared level 2, you will clear level 3. It's not very tough. You must focus on the process and you will clear. I know you deserve to clear. So at times, even those simple words from the CMT network people, the uh, a small mentorship from charter holders and other candidates in program, it serves as a magical thing for you. Must have the passion for CMT designation and the markets. As I said, the first thing, you need it. Manage time, avoid time killers. When you are studying for 2 to 3 hours also per day, make sure your mobile phones are away. Make sure you exclusively study in that allotted time. And don't say difficult. It's difficult until you haven't read it twice. My overall experience with the CMT program was just amazing. I believe it's everything is in accordance with this global credential. The quality of material, the quality of questions, the quality of learning that it offers is just amazing. And I have seen, people, uh, some candidates who have some issues with things, and I believe those candidates are always the ones who are less prepared, and those who are not fit for the program. So examiners at the CMTA, they are doing a marvelous job. Overall, as I said, you are tested in the right manner in your concepts, and you are going to get the designation or your level 3 clearance certificate only if you have that particular level of knowledge and concept. So just follow the process, and you will be there in your CMT journey at the pinnacle. And I would love to see a lot of my fellow mates watching this webinar, meeting me in future and telling me that we cleared the exam. Thanks for the motivation, and I would be happy to be part of your journey in any manner I can. And you may write down to me on my email ID if you have any questions, although we have question session on Discord right away. So that was all. Thank you, everyone, for listening patiently. We'll move on to Discord right now.
Thank you so much, Bharat. It was extremely insightful. I have taken down some notes from it for it myself. I'll be appearing for level 2 in December. So, not just the other candidates, but I will be reaching out to you for advice going forward. But I see
Sure,
that a
sure.
few of our enthusiastic participants have already joined the Q&A session. So what we'll
Okay.
do is we'll quickly move over there for anyone who has questions. I have a particular question myself. So why
Okay.
don't we take it out there for the benefit of the rest of the audience?
Perfect. Perfect. So we sign out from here and go back to
Yeah,
Discord.
that
Okay.
is correct.
Perfect.
All right,
Perfect.
guys. Thank you
Yeah.
for joining the stream. I will see you all on Discord.
Thank you.